What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Trippy, and today I wanted to do a versus battle, so we're going to be talking about Kabuto versus Asuma. I think that this one is pretty interesting because these characters might be more on par with each other than you may think, and the character that you probably thought would win this fight might actually lose. So let's get into the versus battle analysis. I want to preface that I will be talking about and using feats for each character from part 1 up until the Akatsuki suppression mission, or just the Hidan and Kakuzu arc. I wanted to say this because, obviously I'm not going to put Dragon Sage Kabuto against Asuma, that would be ridiculous. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's hop into the video. So there's a few statements that have been presented and suggest that these two characters are pretty much even. First off, we have the statement that Kakashi is the strongest ninja in the Leaf Village. Many may say, oh, what about Hiruzen? Isn't it also said that the Hokage is supposed to be the strongest in the village? And yeah, you're right, but the easiest way to explain this is by saying, yeah, Hiruzen was probably the strongest when he became Hokage, but Kakashi has since then surpassed him. There's also a statement saying that Asuma's true strength is near Kakashi's. Being near Kakashi implies that they are relative, and since it explicitly states strength, this implies that they are around equals in strength. There's another statement by Orochimaru that says Kabuto is strong but only about the same level as Kakashi, implying that Kabuto is relative to Kakashi. And again, since strength is explicitly stated, then it's implying that Kabuto and Kakashi are about equals in strength. You're probably starting to see why I think this versus battle is pretty interesting. So, for Asuma, we have a few things that need to be talked about. Asuma is pretty relative to Hidan. You could argue Hidan over Asuma, but not by much, and Hidan was able to swap hands pretty effectively against base Kakashi. Keep in mind that base Kakashi is Kakashi with the 3 Tomo, as he's not able to deactivate it, so it's pretty much his base mode. Kakashi was on the defensive pretty much the whole time they were fighting, and you could argue them somewhat relative, with Kakashi having a pretty clear advantage, but they're still more or less on par. This backs up the previous statement of Asuma's true strength being near Kakashi's, as Asuma was slightly under Hidan and Kakashi was just over Hidan, and just under Kakuzu, with all of these characters being somewhat relative, give or take. Asuma also has his chakra blades, in which he embeds his chakra into the special metal to make them work with his wind chakra nature. They're pretty effective, as they were able to cut off Hidan's head in one swing. Aside from that though, he doesn't have much going for him. He has this weird Buddha thing that he can do in the anime and punch Hidan back, but it's never really shown in the manga, and I don't want to really take that into account. Asuma doesn't have much, if any, feats aside from this fight in particular and that statement that he is near Kakashi's strength. But as for Kabuto, he's actually pretty impressive. So some of Kabuto's best feats come from his fight against Tsunade, where he was keeping up with a, notably rusty Tsunade, but he was keeping up with her nonetheless. In fact, she says that Kabuto's senses and strength exceed her even in her prime. And don't get it twisted saying that she was scared of blood, so this doesn't matter. First off, she's a grown-ass woman and a ninja, so she needs to get over it. And he was running her fade for a while before the blood even came out. So don't try to use the mental nerf argument. And I know some people are also going to say, but Trippy, didn't Kabuto lose to Kid Naruto, who barely learned the Rasengan? Yes, technically, but he tanked that Rasengan that was stated by Tsunade to be lethal. So this is just a testament to Kabuto's healing factor. It's also said many times throughout the series that Naruto has greater chakra than Kakashi, so this isn't really much of an anti-feat. Kabuto would also have a higher IQ and or battle IQ than that of Asuma, as evident from when he was able to deceive Kakashi with a copy of himself and escape Sasuke's hospital room. And I wouldn't think you're insane for saying Kakashi has the best battle IQ in the whole series, as he's constantly punching above his weight class and outsmarting people, so this is a pretty good feat. Kabuto should also have better hacks. As mentioned before, he can heal himself, and his chakra scalpel is arguably better than Asuma's chakra blades, as they inflict internal damage and render you unable to move, as opposed to the chakra blades functioning as just a normal blade that's enhanced by chakra, and it can only hit the exterior, and they're pretty easy to dodge for the most part. Overall, I do think that Kabuto would have the advantage in this fight. His ability to heal along with better hacks and being stated to be about equal to Asuma physically, I think that Kabuto has just about every advantage going into this fight, and I can see him winning it high diff, as I also think that Asuma would definitely put up a fight but ultimately lose. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then a like would be much appreciated. It lets me know that you enjoyed and you want to see more videos like this one. Also, Also, make sure to subscribe if you like this type of content, and consider becoming a channel member if you want extra perks and a shout out at the end of every video. Which reminds me, I'd like to thank my current channel members, USA No. 1 US, Code Blitz, and Grant Williams. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and with that, Trippy out, I love y'all, thanks for watching, peace!